Okay, so now we're going to get into the main content creating section of the website. As mentioned, there's one web app that really generates a lot of the content across the site, and that web app is the blog web app. If we click on here, we can see Event 2, Event 3, Rules and Safety, Training, Truth and Consequences, and Volunteers. Now if we go to our home page, you can see all of those elements that we just talked about, Event 2, Event 3, Truth and Consequence, and then down here, same again, Truth and Consequence, Event 2, Event 3, and it all depends on how you classify the item as to where it goes. The items are actually also used for page content. So Rules and Safety is also an item within the web app, the blog web app. It's just classified differently to display differently on this page. So a little confusing to start off with, but once you get around it, you'll enjoy how much easier it is to use. So we'll dive in and we'll add a new item. And as you can see, there's quite a few boxes to fill in with detail. You don't have to fill them all in. It really depends on where you want to be using the item. So let's get straight into creating a new event. So event 4, and event location, we'll just say Perth for now. Directions to event, just take a left. And this is where you can add your event date, or if you're just putting a post in, just put the post date, that's fine. So let's say we've got an event in August, on the 13th, event time, so from 7 a.m. And now we can choose whether it's text, image, or video. So if it's an event, we usually have an image with that. And again, we're just selecting an image to go with this post or this event at this stage. So just select, we'll select this one for now. So I'll just talk you through this. This is where you can find your folders. So as previously discussed in how to upload an image, wherever you've put your image, then you can find it in the subfolder. So if we clicked on Moon Shadow, then that's the image that we uploaded. So that's how you find the images that you've uploaded. But for this stage, we're just going to go to the events, and we'll just use event 3, that one for now. If you do want to embed a video, then this is where you embed your iframe code from YouTube. This is the short description box, so I'll just write short description for now. Now we have this function of a highlight message. Now the highlight message, I'll just flick over to the home page, is used here. You don't have to have it on. You can leave it off if you don't want, but it's a good way of just sort of adding a bit of personality or a little message of maybe next event or some sense of urgency within that. So if we go, let's say, just say enter now. Now the event registration page is actually set up after we've set up the web app. So this, the only little tricky part of this element is you have to create this first and then copy a number across to the e-commerce section, and that is purely so you don't have to duplicate content within the product and the web app section. It just pulls everything across into the e-commerce product section. So I'll show you that in a second. So for the author's name, you can write Perth Trail, or you can write your own name. And then this section here is for the results. So when you do a post-event, if you've got results, you just enter a table within this section here. If it's an upcoming event, you don't have to enter results. And then finally we get down to the bottom, and this is where you can, it's like a Word document. You can add main details into that section. And you can add images into here as well if you want to. Oops. Okay, and this is, we can also set restrictions on widths as well as that, and float left, right, center. So, and for Google search, if you want to improve your rankings a little bit, then add a description in here. We just click update, and that'll resize and center the image as needed. So as mentioned, this is like a Word doc. You have your heading 1, heading 2s. Let's go to heading 2. You also have your bold, italic, underline, your usual functionalities. Your alignment, left, center, justified, and then your bullet points, indents. This is your image section, video section, tables, and then links. So if we wanted to link something, we just highlight it, click on the hyperlink, insert link, and then just type in our link here. So I usually just copy and paste. So we copy that one, and paste this down here, and click update. And there you have your linked item. And then across further, you just have a bit of color and font size formatting if you want to get into that kind of detail. So we'll save this item. And as mentioned, you need to classify the item for it to display anywhere first. So once you've saved the item, you can come back up to this section, this tab that says Actions, and then down here we have Classify this item. And now we can allocate where it goes within the website. So we want it to be an upcoming event. If we had results, we'd put a completed event. If we wanted it to be a community announcement, which is more sort of for the community page, then we can put it on there. Sorry, this is the results page here. Completed events is for showing up in the, just go across to, if you want it to show up in these events here. And I'll show you the post race is where, that's where the results would go if you enter the table. We can also go click into the homepage newsfeed. So at this stage we've got it in upcoming events and homepage newsfeed, which will bring it up into, this is the upcoming events section. So there's 3 upcoming events shown, the latest 3, and then this is the homepage newsfeed section in here. So we'll close that, so that's all classified now. If we go to refresh this page. Event 4 has come into the homepage newsfeed. But we still have to add the event as a product, which I'll talk you through in a second. So I'll just click through and you can see, so this is event 4, and as you can see there's the date that we put in, there's the image that we uploaded, the event title, short description that we put, we classified it as an image, we're the author, Perth Trail Series that we typed in, and if we read more, then we get the main details, which we actually linked to the website, so you can see the website link, but this is where you can certainly add more text in there, and your centered image is displayed here. So you can see how that comes out there. And you can see event 4, enter now, that was our highlight text that we had in. So now we'll go and connect it up to the registration page and create it as an event that you can actually enter.